channel. My name is Shannon. Today I'm going to suggest, or I guess talk about 10 methods that I use to really help myself just de-stress, unwind, re-center myself and just kind of relax overall if I've had a bad day, a stressful day, if I'm feeling hormonal, or if I kind of just want to take a sec to step back and feel a little bit more in tune with myself. These things all kind of work. So I've got them all written down in my little journal here, and I'll just go through and read out my top 10 ways to just relax. If I can actually figure out which way my book goes, that'd help. Seriously, I can't find my notes. Found them. Please know that these are purely based off my own personal experience. I'm not qualified, I'm not a professional. If you're feeling really sad, unhappy, or you think that there's something not quite right, please seek professional help. Go and see your doctor, see your GP, and get someone qualified to have a chat with you. There's no shame in that at all whatsoever. Number 1 is exercise. For me, exercise is probably my biggest ally when I'm feeling not quite myself. Generally, it's something that I'll have to force myself to do, especially if I'm not feeling that great. But once I go to the gym or go for a run, even if it's just a walk, I know sometimes I will just take my dog and I will go to the foreshore and I'll just walk along the water, and that just seems to calm me down, and it gets those good juices pumping through your system. It gets your endorphins going, your serotonin levels increase, and it just somehow has this incredible way of just making you be able to think clearer. And all of a sudden, you know, even 20 minutes, it's kind of like whatever was really bugging you before, it's not so bad. If I've had a really stressful day at work or school, I will come home, just find a nice, quiet, calm place where you feel safe and comfortable. It can be your bed, out in the grass, on a dining chair, it doesn't matter, just somewhere that you can take a breath. What I do is I will sit there and I will literally take a breath. Well, I'll take 6. It depends on how stressed I'm feeling. Be careful with this, sometimes you can get a little lightheaded if you get carried away. But basically I will just sit down, I will close my eyes, and I will just take 6 deep, long breaths, focusing all of my energy on inhaling really deep, as big as I can, and then exhaling as much and for as long as I can. And what I picture in my mind is every time I inhale, I am inhaling all of the positive vibes and feelings around me. And then every time I'm exhaling, I am just exhaling all the negative energy and the negative thoughts or whatever's stressing me out or making me feel sad. I will just visualize it leaving my body with my breath. Generally, when you're stressed, you lose control of your breathing. And it may not be that you're having a panic attack and you're like, it can just be that you're not focusing on that in and that out, that really simple motion. It just sort of reconnects your mind with your body. Number 3, this one's a little bit of a weird one, showering in the dark. Now, depending on how kind of stressed I am, I will either shower in the pitch black, or I will light a little candle and I'll turn all the lights off so that it's just kind of like a romantic candlelit shower with myself, and I will play some music through my phone. The reason why I love having a candlelit shower is I find when you've just got that nice subtle light of the candle, it takes away a lot of the stimulation. Everything's not so in your face and you can just focus on having a shower. I like to get my Lush body soap and I just like to rub that in, smell it, have my candle, play my music, sing, jam out, or just relax. I find I'm a lot calmer if my space is clean and tidy. So what I'll do is once I get out of the shower, I will put on some nice, fresh, clean PJs, quickly just change the sheets on my bed so that everything has just got that really cozy, fresh linen kind of smell and feel. It's so good in winter as well when you put on some nice, fresh winter jammies. And I'll just quickly tidy up my room or my space that I'm going to be relaxing in, and it just makes everything feel a little neater and fresh and just like I've washed off the day and now I can just focus on me and focus on what's going to make me feel better. Actually, that was 4 and 5. I'm losing count. Number 6 is probably my favorite. I don't know how commonly used these are, but I have what's called a diffuser, and it's pretty much you just put some essential oils in the water and it just floats out into the air and it smells beautiful. You can get all these different kind of essential oils. You can get energizing ones, you can get relaxing, calming. It definitely makes my space smell really beautiful, really natural. The other thing I love to do is light candles. Candles are probably my favorite because they've got that beautiful soft glow to them. I also turn on my diffuser just because it has like a light changing setting. I'm just a sucker for fairy lights and anything that kind of changes color. Oh, that went all on me. These are not in any particular order either. You can do them however you want. But I find that number 7 is one of the most important, and it's spending time with your family, your friends, or even your pet. I've got a dog, and sometimes if I don't feel like talking to a person, you know, I don't feel like saying this is what happened in my day and this is why I'm stressed and blah 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 blah. I just kind of want to cuddle my dog or tell her, and she can't kind of talk back and be like, why didn't you do this? She just kind of listens. Even if she's not listening, I just like to pretend that she is. It gets what's on your mind out of your mind and it verbalizes it to someone else. So sometimes like when you feel really stressed or anxious and you're not even sure why, once you start talking to someone about it, it doesn't really seem so bad. And if it is still quite overwhelming, at least then they can offer some advice or just know what's on your mind and watch Netflix with you or cook food with you or do something with you that will make you feel better and you won't feel as alone. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do. Number 8, it kind of ties in with my first one, which was exercise, but it's cook a nutritious dinner. So I believe that if you're putting good stuff into your body, your mind's going to follow, and even if it's not straight away, you will notice a difference in the long run because physically your body isn't going to be trying to process sludge and bad foods. It's going to be energized because you're eating really well. Spend the time, 10-15 minutes to just cook up some veggies, I don't know, a little bit of salmon, whatever. That's kind of like a little bit of self-love in itself, and you'll feel better overall. Number 9 is the most rewarding part of my evening. Curling up with a book or getting out my laptop and watching a movie, watching Netflix, YouTube, laying in my bed with my candle, my diffuser, my fairy lights, and doing something that gets my mind off whatever's bothering me. Yeah, it's kind of like everything just ties together, and even if I'm still feeling kind of crappy, at least by that point, I'm feeling less crappy than I was. So my final point for how I unwind or reconnect with myself, it might sound a bit silly to some people, but I find that it's actually a really important part of the process for me, and I actually kind of wish that I made the time to do it every day, whether I was feeling good or bad or in between. And it's kind of practicing a little bit of self-love. Out loud, I will say to myself 3 things that I love about myself and 3 things that I am thankful for. And you can do more than that if you want, but I find that that's just enough for me to be like, yeah, puts things in perspective a little bit. So it could just be, I love my hair, or I love my work ethic, I don't know, or I'm grateful for my mum or my dog or my car or my friends. It's just little things like that, anything really. It could even be, I'm grateful that I got the last Caesar salad at Woolworths, like, I don't know. The point of it is just to look at 3 things about yourself that are positive and to verbalize them and put them out there, and 3 things about just your life in general that are really positive and you're thankful for. And even though you know them, I find verbalizing them and bringing them to the forefront of your mind, it just makes them more real and it reminds yourself, yeah. And even if you're still feeling kind of sad, it kind of puts it in perspective, and there are things to be thankful for even on your shittiest day. They are my go-tos when I'm just kind of feeling out of touch with myself and I kind of want to be like, what up? Energy. Sometimes I don't do all of them. Sometimes all I can manage is going to the gym. It's all about whatever works for you and whatever helps you feel more positive and reminds you that even on your worst, most negative day where it feels like the world is ending, there is always, always, always something to be thankful for and something to be grateful for. And there's always positive things to think about. I know it's taken me a little while just to get this little list here and to find things that work for me personally. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not going to be sitting there being like, Shannon, what are you talking about? It's something that's very close to my heart, and I know that a lot of people out there suffer from anxiety, depression, hormone imbalances. I know that I've been there. If even one of those tips helps someone feel a little better on a down day, then yay. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't you hate it when you burn your candles for too long and then they just kind of start drowning in their own wax of deliciousness? Me too. Anyway.